to Dragon Ball Super Yamoshi, the fan-made manga. We are on chapter 5, the last chapter in this story, but it's a long one. 86 pages worth, so it's probably going to take me another 2 or 3 videos to get this entire thing finished, but I am really enjoying this story. If you haven't been caught up with where we are in the story and what's happened, make sure you go to the description box below and or search on my channel, Yamoshi, Legendary Saiyan. You should see a playlist with all of these videos for this manga. Go ahead and watch from the very beginning to get caught up to date to where we are now, because we are officially starting chapter 5, titled A Legend is Born. Now, short recap of the last chapter, or I should say the last video. Make sure you guys also subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, and smash the like button. It does help out a lot. You guys can stay up to date on all my Dragon Ball content, weekly Dragon Ball content, as well as the story and other fan-made mangas I'll be covering. Short recap of last chapter. It's just warfare going on everywhere. Lord Chill did escape. He evaded the Galactic Patrol. He escaped, and King Vegeta is outmatched by Kanba. Yamoshi shows up to the battlegrounds, and now it appears Yamoshi has tapped into Akari 2nd grade, and it's going to be Yamoshi in his Akari 2nd grade form against Kanba, who reveals he also still has another source of power hidden within him. So that's where this chapter is officially starting, and I'm excited to get right into it. Hope you guys are as well. So here we go, Yamoshi versus Kanba. This is kind of like the boss battle, the final showdown here. So Kanba goes on to say, "You may be able to entertain me, but something tells me it's not your maximum power." And then Fizz, who is Yamoshi's girlfriend, she goes on to say, "It's a risk. Using that form uses a lot of energy." Vegeta's mother Okra says, "But its power goes beyond a simple Ozaru. It won't be long." You know, Yamoshi looks to be forming his hands into some sort of formation. I'm not sure what he's doing. And Kanba says, What is that stance? A dance step?" Yamoshi says, "No. I focus my energy." And Kanba looks kind of shocked and surprised. He's like, "What?" And now Yamoshi rushes in, throwing a right fist right towards Kanba, but Kanba's able to block, putting up both of his hands in front. And Kanba says he's fast, but he's still restraining himself. I don't think Yamoshi generally wants to kill Kanba, obviously, because they used to be such close friends. I think Yamoshi is just trying to knock the evil out of Kanba, quite literally, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. So, as we can see, Yamoshi and Kanba now going at it. Yamoshi firing a lot of rights and lefts at Kanba, who is blocking and deflecting all of them. But Yamoshi's not using all of his strength here. He's holding back a little bit, as Kanba said. And Kanba's like, "Come on!" And now Kanba's actually able to grab Yamoshi's left fist and throw him down to the ground. And that does a lot of damage to Yamoshi. That scene, that image right there is very reminiscent of Broly and Goku in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, when Goku was fighting in the Super Saiyan God form, I believe, and that was when he was near death and Piccolo sensed it, remember? Broly absolutely just tossed, or I should say really, threw Goku to the ground and was stomping the you-know-whats out of Goku. That's what this panel reminds me a lot of right here. So we can see a lot of back and forth action going. Kanba's just taking Yamoshi, still has his left and right arm gripped there, and just throwing him to the ground from one side to the other like a rag doll. Yamoshi is just getting tossed around, thrown into the ground, excruciating pain. Yamoshi is sent flying, and he's like, "Crap." And it is not looking too good here. And then Kanba yells, "Here's another one of my powers!" And he fires. So this is that disaster claw attack he was talking about in the last video, last chapter. And he fires. So Kanba fires a disaster claw, and Yamoshi appears to fire some sort of beam attack from his mouth, which is really like Broly's beam attack from Dragon Ball Super. And I finally figured out this character's name, the female character with the pointy ears who is with Helix and Namekian. Her name is Skyla. I just did not write it down, but that is the sidekick of the Namekian. They both are part of the Galactic Patrol. So the Galactic Patrol in this story, for people that haven't been caught up or been a little confused, the Galactic Patrol members in this story are Helix and Namekian, and his sidekick here, Skyla. So Skyla goes on to say, "They don't laugh at those Saiyans. They could be good partners for the Galactic Patrol." And Helix is like, "Maybe." So now we have an evil Saiyan. I don't know who this evil Saiyan is. He is fighting Kabora. And he says, "Witness the defeat of the Saiyans carrying the blood of the defeated." And Tensai, he's like, "He lost his mind. Your brother?" And he's, "Giblet, what happened to you?" And Kabora says, "Wild cannon." So Giblet is related to Romero, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see here. Giblet is Romero's brother. I didn't even know Romero had a brother. Anyways, more action and fighting going on here. Huge blast occurs. And then Kabura says, I blew it up so easily? It's a joke. And then Tensai says, Shallot has also disappeared. Beep. Beep, beep. Apparently there's something coming in, maybe on Skylar's communicator. Who knows? But she says, I'm informed that a time breach is open. Your friend must have been absorbed. Vegeta's mother Okra says, our soldiers are holding their ground, but we will not be able to reverse the battle. We have to find a solution. And then Tensai yells, Queen Okra, look at the evil Saiyans. So this panel on the top right appears to be all the evil Saiyans holding ki balls above their heads. And then King Vegeta says, an air raid. Skyla, assistant to Helix, says, Helix, I think we should summon the dragon now. Helix says, yes. Lord Chilled, still around? Where is he? He said he escaped, but he was still in that bottom right hand panel there. Interesting. Anyways, so we are now back to the battle between Yamoshi and Kanba. Yamoshi says, but what are you searching at the end? And Kanba says, to force you to fight seriously. Really? So take that. This battle is intense, dude. This battle is very, very intense. Kanba appears to be stronger, but Yamoshi's not backing down either. He also has a lot of strength in that second form of Kari, or I should say Kari's second grade form. So Kanba may appear to have the upper hand here. And Fizz, who's like, oh no! Ah! My body, it hurts! And Yamoshi yells, Viserys! Are you okay? So something has happened to her. I don't know if Kanba's attack was directed towards her or not. I didn't even realize she was that close. What is happening here? Oh, great. Now it appears Yamoshi's girlfriend, Viserys, who was basically like Khalifa. She's bad. But now it appears she's infected. She's got that blank stare in her face and those eyes. And Yamoshi's like, no, it's impossible. Not you. Why are you doing this, Kanba? And Fizz, she begins powering up. There's another Saiyan that has just become infected here. And now the evil Saiyans are appearing to outweigh and outnumber the good Saiyans that are remaining. And Kanba yells, keep getting angry, Yamoshi. Keep getting angry. Viserys continues to power up here. This is all bad. All bad. Take care of Kanba. I'll take care of your wife, Nasu. Why do I not have these people's names in my notes? I'm so annoyed. Oh my goodness. I do not understand. Anyways, Nasu, I believe, is a friend. She works in the village as well. She tells Yamoshi to take care of his wife, who has now been infected, his wife Viserys, and she says she will take care of Kanba. How strong is she? Because Yamoshi's like, Nasu? Thank you. I wonder if she's... I wasn't aware if she was strong enough to take on Kanba. Maybe she's going to sacrifice herself? I don't know. So, wait. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, no. She tells Yamoshi to take care of Kanba, and she says she'll take care of his wife. Okay, I was going to say, is she really that strong to take on Kanba? So now we got Nasu, which is Yamoshi's friend, fighting his girlfriend, which is Viserys, and Yamoshi and Kanba are still going at it. Okay, I was a little confused there. So Kanba goes on to say, isn't that enough for you? Yamoshi's like, what are you talking about? Kanba goes on to say, what do I have to do to get you to fight me seriously? I know you're holding back. Disaster Claw! Another Disaster Claw attack from Kanba is fired, coming right at Yamoshi. Yamoshi yells out, why do you keep pushing me so hard? What's the point? Kanba replies, I want to test the limits of my abilities against a real challenger, even if it means destroying this planet and its people. Kanba's lost his mind. He is crazy. Sounds like Goku, but an evil Goku, just wanting to test limits and push the boundaries of limits, even if it means the entire destruction of a planet and its inhabitant. That's pretty much Goku's philosophy and mindset. He doesn't really care about what happens to his surroundings too much as long as he's able to get a real challenge. Yes, he'll ask someone to go to a battlefield somewhere in the middle of nowhere to try to minimize damage and loss of life, but let's be honest, a lot of Goku's bloodthirst for battle has indeed caused chaos, has caused anarchy, and has caused death. So it kind of works against him sometimes. Anyways, I was like, what? So you're just a monster now? Where's the Kanba I knew? The proud and valiant warrior who has always protected his people despite his disease. And Kanba says, he disappeared in his madness. Yamoshi yells, shut up! I can't imagine how emotional this is for Yamoshi to be fighting his best friend Kanba, who has essentially become diseased and infected, and now does not care what happens to those around him. Gotta imagine what type of internal struggle that must be for really both characters, even though Kanba seems to be the epitome of his evilness right now, but still, he's conscious, he's aware, but for whatever reason, it's like he has really embraced this disease and this evilness now, and now he looks down on the other Saiyans that used to be his friends as weak. So as we can see here, Moshi throws Kanba to the ground, or he hits him to the ground, and Kanba says, your actions are unpardonable. Haha, that's what I was searching for. So Kanba has seemed to have gotten a little bit more out of Yamoshi, exactly what he was trying to obtain here in this battle. And he's like, if you want to fight, you're gonna get it. And then we see the two females fighting, Yamoshi's girlfriend Physalis and his friend Nasu. And Nasu's like, it's okay. Physalis is like, yes, thanks. Okay, so the fight between Physalis and Nasu actually worked out. Yamoshi's girlfriend appears to be back to normal now. She's not infected. And she goes on to say here, so that's how you came to mine versus Yamoshi? Nasu says, yeah, let's not hang around. There are other evil Saiyans. And Physalis is like, he's not in Akari mode. So Yamoshi is not in Akari mode anymore. I wonder if he's downgraded or did he upgrade to something else? I can't tell. And now Yamoshi has that blanked out look. I wonder what did happen. Maybe I'm not sure. He's not in Akari, according to his girlfriend. So I wonder what he's fighting in now. Anyways, more fighting going on between Kanba and Yamoshi, as you can see on the panel here. Yamoshi fires off an Astral Hammer attack, which kind of looks like a Big Bang attack, to be honest. If you look at the left-hand panel of the screen here. Yamoshi's like, damn, I resisted him because I was angry. But now, and we're going back to where all the evil Saiyans are fighting the good Saiyans, aka Yamoshi's friends, essentially. And it appears that they're knocking the evilness out of these evil Saiyans by hitting them in the neck. Tensai yells, it really works! And Tensai goes on to explain, a simple hit, well placed in the neck, appears to be knocking out this disease. At this rate, we will not be able to win. And Kambora says, but can we save time for Yamoshi? So they're figuring out how to knock the evilness essentially out of these Saiyans, or how to, get that part of these corrupted Saiyans, knocked out of their system so they can go back to normal. But at the same time, they're not sure if they can win, and that may be due to just too many Saiyans being infected, and maybe the numbers game is too heavy. We're gonna go a little bit longer here with today's video. Maybe try to do another 7 minutes or so. So see how this goes. Kobora, top left panel of the screen here, says, You're the weirdo guy on my ship. Lord Chilled has returned. He's like, oops. Kobora goes on to continue. Kobora continues to say, would you like to help us against the evil Saiyans? We're in the same situation anyway. Skyla, sidekick of Helix from the Galactic Patrol, says, are you stupid? Lord Chilled says, you may ask for my help. Is that it? Interesting. King Vegeta goes on to reply, if you help us, I'll ask the Galactic Patrol to spare you. Lord Chill replies, saying, to make a deal with you? I prefer to die than join a band of monkeys. As Lord Chill fires off a death beam attack right through the heart of King Vegeta, blood coming out of King Vegeta's mouth immediately. That attack pierces right through his armor, right through his chest. And King Vegeta You stupid monster. Holy cow. Lord Chilled is just as evil as, well, he should be. That may be it for King Vegeta. Holy crap. And now Prince Vegeta, witnessing his father getting a death beam essentially pierced right through him, absolutely snaps in rage. Prince Vegeta is now powered up. Lord Chilled is very shocked, very surprised, and now here comes the ferocity of the young prince charging right in at Lord Chilled, delivering a strong right blow across the neck and the face of Lord Chilled. And Okura's like, Sadara, King Vegeta, stay with us. King Vegeta goes on to say, sorry, my dear Okura. I hope Vegeta will have a great bloodline. Yamoshi senses that something has happened to the king in his battle against Kanba. Yamoshi says, impossible! Not King Vegeta! And Kanba says, the king. Get out! And now, whoa! What? So Kanba has now, that's interesting. Kanba, who is trying to fight Yamoshi and who just said moments ago he didn't care about the fate of the planet and its people, now sensing that the king has been slain by Lord Chilled, Kanba has snapped himself, and now he is charging Lord Chilled. Grabs Lord Chilled by the face. Kanba's hands are so big, he is grasping and gripping the entire facial structure of Lord Chilled. Vermin! He is absolutely snapped. And Kanba says, I was the one who was supposed to kill the king, not a dwarf like you. Oh, so he's acting selfishly. I thought he actually had some sympathy for the king, but no, Kanba's just being selfish because he wanted to kill King Vegeta himself. So that's really the epitome of evil when you think about it. Because Kanba doesn't care about the sake of the planet and its inhabitants and his former friends, which he considers former friends. He also wanted to kill the king himself instead of having somebody else do it, who is also evil. And now he's attacking Lord Chilled because Kanba himself wanted to kill King Vegeta instead of Lord Chilled doing it. Wow. Skyla, in the bottom right hand corner panel, I should say, goes on to say, well, that's one less thing to worry about. And now it appears Kanba has destroyed Lord Chilled that quick. Kanba's a beast in this story, bro. He is really a beast. And I like that. Like I said, what I love about his character development here as opposed to Dragon Ball Heroes is he's very coherent as far as his dialogue. He actually talks. He's not just a rageless monster that says the same thing over and over with no sort of, dialogue to it. He's actually talking. He seems to have a brain working, functioning, even though he's evil. He can think for himself. I like this version of Kanba a lot. Anyways, Kanba's now surrounded by Tensai, Nasu, Physalis, and Okra. Surrounded by 3 female Saiyans and Tensai, who ironically is like the Yamcha of the group, so I think that's kind of funny. Anyways, Nasu says, here comes the final boss. Okra, King Vegeta's wife, yells, Kanba, you'll regret that you did that to our nation. And she, with a tear in her eye, says, it's time to pay for your acts. Wild Cannon! She fires off an attack. Everybody seems to have like the same Big Bang attack. They just all have different names for it. Their own versions of Big Bang attacks, I should say. Kanba's able to easily deflect that attack. And Yamoshi screams, get out of here or you'll die! Oh yeah, this is absolutely crazy. Kanba is a real threat. He just destroyed Lord Chilled as if he's nothing. And he still appears to be getting stronger and nobody appears to touch him. They have the ability to touch him as of now. And Kanba says, your friend is right. Now disappear! And Kanba, with this huge ball of energy, kind of looks like a spear of destruction from Lord Beerus or one of Frieza's attacks. It's a huge spear of energy. And one can only imagine what's about to happen and whether or not these Saiyans are going to be able to deflect this energy blast from Kanba. He fires it down at the planet. And somebody yells, why is he shooting at me? And Physalis yells, Yamoshi, don't just stand here. Yamoshi screams, Physalis! Alone you won't be able to do it. Let's go! And Yamoshi replies, here we go! And together, Yamoshi and his girlfriend fire an attack called Victory Hammer right at that energy blast that Kanba has fired towards the planet, which is a huge ball of energy. And Kabura and the rest of the gang as well also fire off attacks, wild cannon. They're all trying to deflect this huge blast of energy that Kanba has fired towards the planet. Everybody joining in, firing off attacks. And this is not good. This is not good at all. Something has happened. Not bad, says Kanba. And he fires a blast from his finger, and it pierces right through the sternum, the abdomen of Physalis, Yamoshi's girlfriend. Golly, people are literally dropping like flies now. King Vegeta gets pierced by Lord Chill. Lord Chill gets obliterated by Kanba. And now Kanba is seen to have killed Physalis. What is happening? People are just dropping like flies and maggots right now. Ay, ay, ay. And as Physalis is sent hurtling to the ground here from that attack that she just got pierced with by Kanba, she yells out, Yamoshi! And Kanba says, I thought I touched Yamoshi. It's nothing. And Yamoshi says, Physalis! No! With tears in his eyes. And she replies, Yamoshi, I love you. And Yamoshi's like, Physalis, why you? And now Yamoshi, he is appearing to have snapped here. The king has perished. Now his girlfriend, arguably the love of his life, has just perished right before his eyes. Yamoshi screams, why you? And Yamoshi is now powering up. Golly, this is this is some heavy stuff here, people. Yamoshi is absolutely snapped here. And Nasu says, wow, what's he doing now? And Gaboro's like, I don't know. It's the first time. And Kanba's like, that's what you were hiding. And I have an idea what we're about to witness, but I'm going to leave off right there because I have a strong feeling we're about to witness that true legendary form of Yamoshi here. He lost King Vegeta. He's battling his best friend who has essentially had his mind completely gone now and is utter evil. And now he just lost his girlfriend right before his eyes here. Yamoshi is absolutely snapped. And guys, that is where we are going to conclude because we only have, I think, about 40 pages left. So in the next part, next video I should say, I think we're going to just go ahead and try to just complete this story.